Hey y'all, it's Amy. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today's video is part of the 5K Art Tribe May Challenge. We are a group of artists trying to support other artists in an effort to get our YouTube subscribers above 5,000. So this month, our special guest is Kathleen of Cause Creations, one of my absolute favorite people, and she has given us a challenge to do a traveling ring pour, but not just any traveling ring pour. It has to be in a neutral color palette. We have to do 3 cups, and each cup has to be poured individually, then stretched out before we pour the next cup. And the final challenge is that one of the cups has to intersect the other when you pour them out. So I have taken a 20 by 20 used canvas and we're gonna upcycle it. I have poured out some base coat just on this portion of the canvas. This is where I'm going to pour out that first traveling ring pour, and by not flooding the entire canvas, it will give me a little more control of the composition. Here are my colors. That was Arteza Deep Brown, Amsterdam Warm Gray, and we have Amsterdam Pewter, which is just luscious, Liquitex Burnt Umber, Liquitex Mars Black, Blick Gold, Amsterdam Silver. We are using thick paint. This has a 2 to 3 second trace. This is our cloud mix. It is just as thick as the rest of the paints, and I'm tapping it there because it has a few air bubbles that I'm wanting to release. Now I'm going to start layering my cup. I start out with silver, then the Blick Gold, then the Mars Black, my cloud mix, then the Burnt Umber, Pewter, Amsterdam Warm Gray, and that Arteza Brown. And then we're going to repeat all the colors again. And I will have my recipes and all the colors used down there in that description box for you. So be sure and check that out. And while you're down there, don't forget to give me that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And there will also be a link to the train of all the artists in today's collaboration. Now I'm starting that ring pour, and I'm using a 5-ounce cup. This is a big cup, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough to go across this 20 by 20 canvas. This is in real time for this pour. I do speed up on the other pours. And each cup in my video is layered the same way. I don't show filling up the cup each time. So I'm just trying to go steady as I can. And because it's thick paint, it's giving those really nice variations. And then what you don't see off camera is that somebody comes in my studio and starts asking me questions while I'm pouring. So you see that I start to lose my focus a little bit. So note to self, lock studio door before paint hits a canvas. Now I'm going to torch my air bubbles, and then we're going to start slowly tilting so that we can stretch out our design. And I will also tilt to get some of the design off the canvas. I don't like that area there in the bottom, so I'm slowly trying to tilt it. It is moving kind of strangely, so I decided to spin to stretch it out. I think what has happened here is that one of my paints was a little bit thicker. They may have thickened after I mixed them up, and the cloud is moving faster than that. Or it could be that the cloud is actually thicker than the other paints and it's pulling that weight. But you can see there I'm getting kind of a little wonky design going, but we're still gonna just go with it. Now I'm going to pour some more of that base coat down, or you could even call it a flow extender if you want. It's just something to pour that traveling ring pour on so that it glides nicely across the canvas without rolling in on itself. Here we go again, pouring out our second cup that I layered exactly like the first cup. And I am going slow and steady again, but this time I sped up the video for the sake of time. Again, we're getting really nice variations, and I love that I kept this paint very thick. So here I am once again tilting and stretching my design, and because I poured a lot off of the other one, hopefully it won't move too terribly much. I'll get a little movement, but I'm really hoping I don't get a lot of movement and I can keep that composition. Now I'm going to show you one of my little tricks. Sometimes your cloud mix can puff up and it will ruin your composition. So I go in with a pipette and I am sucking that paint up, and I start in the middle of the little, I guess, bulge that pops out, and it draws it back in. And then I'm going down the edge of the design a little bit, and that's going to pull everything back in. And I follow the line so it's seamless and you can't even tell that I did that. Now for the third pour, and this is the one that Kathleen says needs to intersect with another pour. So I'm gonna go this way. My cup was layered the same, and here we go, slow and steady, but I will let you know that somebody starts calling me in the middle of this pour. So here I go crossing through. My phone is ringing. I'm getting distracted. I'm starting to get wonky. I recover and I make it to the end, but not without my pour looking a little misshapen. So here's where the real work begins. I've got to stretch this one out, tilt some of it off the canvas without absolutely wrecking the whole piece. I go in with my pipette quite a few times to try to get some of the paint that is moving faster than I want it to. I've got a little too much base coat there in the center, so I am sucking some of that up with the pipette. So I'm gonna hush up and just let y'all watch me fight this canvas, and I'll check in with you at the end. So I'm waving my white flag and I'm gonna surrender with what I have at this moment. I tried to swipe some of the extra paint out. I tried to stretch it as well as I could. And I think I'm just going to have to stop, and then we'll see the dried results and figure out if we need to do some brush work. So here it is, almost dry, still on my table. I can't quite lift it yet. It gives the appearance that it's dry, but it's not yet. When it dries, I may go in with that black base coat and tidy it up just a little bit and define my composition. So you may see this piece in a video coming soon. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks to Kathleen for being our guest artist this month. And don't forget to find the link in the description box for everyone in the train and check them out.